Hey guys, welcome to PGI, Peter's Gaming Info, and this is Lords of the Fallen Part 4. So in the previous part, if you remember, we defeated, I defeated a boss called Pieta, she of Blessed Renewal. So right now, we're just continuing after that part. It was quite a good fight. For the first actual boss of Lords of the Fallen, I thought it was challenging enough and wasn't overwhelming and wasn't as difficult as most of the Souls bosses like Elden Ring and Bloodborne, stuff like that. It definitely wasn't a Margit or Father Gascoigne for sure, but it was a good introduction to the challenge that will be there in Lords of the Fallen for the bosses. So I thought it was a reasonable challenging boss, and it had quite a bit of telegraphed swings and stuff, and then it had a phase 2 transition and stuff like that. But moving on from that, so we progressed past that, and these people are the exactors. I believe this is the person who saves, who comes to rescue you once you have revived from the beginning of the game, when you're in that like small underground sort of section, like sort of cave-like bit with all the greenery. I think he's the one that comes to sort of help you at the time, this guy. So right about now, I'm just seeing what he's got to sell, really, what kind of items. I can look at if I can get any weapons or any sort of armor that can help me. Just having a look around, really, taking my time, having a look around, seeing what I can purchase from this NPC. Because right about now I'm using like one of the spears, and I thought or lances. I thought I'd keep a quite ranged sort of agile approach, and that's what my build. That's the type of build my character has, but I'm just exploring and seeing what's there. So I'm gonna provide commentary throughout most of this video. There might be some sections where I am just quiet, but just enjoy the gameplay, enjoy some of the comments that I make throughout it, and let me guys know if you'd like me to stick with commentary. I know I've heard from one viewer, and then she said she would like she would like me to stick with commentary. Happens to be my cousin, so just let me know what you guys prefer, really. Also, please keep voting as well in the polls about what you guys want to see in terms of gaming content. Got one vote for more Lords of the Fallen to continue it, and to upload some Tekken 8 gameplay, which I think I'll be doing from over the weekend, or I'll at least be recording it. So look out for that as well, because I've got access to the Tekken 8 beta, so I might actually be uploading maybe more of both, or I might just primarily focus on Tekken 8, given that it's only from the 20th tomorrow to the 23rd that I'll have access to it, and everyone else will have access to it. So I can only talk for myself, so never know the people that are doing whatever, but keep on the lookout for that. So I believe I bought the axe. It's got more attack power, and I thought I'd try out another weapon, for what's coming up ahead. So why not get another weapon while I can. I never know you can backtrack and get anything from these games, so best to just keep on the upgrades, but keep on purchasing what you can that you think is going to benefit you. That's just me destroying some crates, thinking, I wonder what's there. There's any helpful items or anything like that.
Undertaking to offer you little difficulty.
So I'm just running around and just exploring and just seeing what's there before moving on, really. I think that's what you should do in a Souls action RPG, or any kind of action RPG game, or any kind of Souls game. Always explore, always have a good look around. You never know what you might see. There's me turning on the umbral lamp, just thinking, is there some hidden items? Is there a hidden pathway or something? Just having a look there, just having a stroll, having a look, taking my time. You know, it's all part of the experience, not just the combat as well. It's taking in everything that the world has to
found
offer.
himself a new instrument, as exactors are wont to do.
I think this NPC is quite rude. You know, he doesn't really like me being about. Too bad. So me destroying some more crates again, and just thinking, oh, this area looks kind of red. Sort of looking at what's over here, you know, and it's not exactly a dead end, but it's a door that I'm not going to be able to open unless I've got a key. So just gonna go back. Yeah, just thinking, oh, there might be a hidden pathway if I use Umbral Lamp. Nope. And I'm thinking the same thing about the door. Maybe there could be gap for it on the Umbral realm. Remember, Umbral and Atsum's the world of the living, and Umbral is the world of the dead, and they're both parallel worlds that run, you know, concurrently, run simultaneously. So you can find hidden items, you can find other enemies, you can find other things. Like, look at that! You found that, and you're thinking, whoa, what the heck? Well, that's a that's NPC right there, but you can't see him in the world of the living. And once you use the Umbral Lamp, there you go. You can clearly see, you know, there is some kind of strange being right there. And thankfully it's not an enemy. It doesn't matter because it would have got washed. And yeah, so this thing really is peaceful, and it just wants to sell, just a seller of items. Really, you can purchase stuff, and you know, you can upgrade your Umbral Lamp through him as well, which is useful. You know, but had you, and that's the thing, that's the cool thing. Once your Umbral Lamp is near like another kind of otherworld entity or something interesting, it will actually light up, and it almost looks like it's been awoken, almost like it grows those like long sort of like tentacle things, and you get the feedback, the haptic feedback on the controller as well, so that lets you know that you are near something that you can't quite detect in the world of the living and Atsum. So that's when you know, use hold L2 and then you pair into Umbral. Now what's interesting here is that this NPC character is the one that you talk to right now. Directly after the boss fight with Pieta, she blessed renewal, she of blessed renewal, yeah, something like that. Pieta, she of blessed renewal, and in the name, it, you know, it's renewal as in comes back new again. So this is the boss, but actually renewed as a NPC character. So that was, I thought that was quite cool. That's quite interesting to add in, that the boss you have beaten has now been, you know, has gone for a rebirth, renewal, and it's quite interesting because what she does is that she can offer you help. So with your healing item that you have, I think it's called Sanguinarix or something like that, the cross healing item, what she does is that she can help into upgrading it for you. So she can give you an additional heal just by providing an item to her, and then she can do that. So as you can see, there's an upgrade there, and you give a saintly quintessence, and then she will increase that charge. So instead of healing 3 times, you are now able to heal 4 times now. So it's giving me a +1 in healing ability using that item. So it's, you know, it's quite interesting that that's there. I thought it was quite cool, actually.
The beacons must be cleansed, the hallowed sentinels restored, and Adir's malignancy.
And that's what I mean about exploring these games. As much as people talk about, you know, the combat and blah 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 blah. The combat and the challenge, and yes, that is a very integral part of it. But it's also about taking in the world and little secrets and things here and there. Had I not explored, I wouldn't have found that out. I wouldn't know. No, that's actually the boss that's been reborn. It's gone for a rebirth. I would have just thought, let me just dodge this NPC character. And you need to take the time to explore the world and just learn its secrets and connect the dots and learn things about it. So that's what's interesting about Soul games as well. It's more than just the combat and the bosses. The world has a lot more to offer than just taking it for combat. Initially, that's what I saw it as. I saw it's just combat focused. That's when I saw Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff like that. So if I replayed those games, even replayed Elden Ring, it'd be interesting. But we're focusing on Lords of the Fallen right now. But I think that's just an aspect throughout Souls games. Do take into account everything that is there, because there's more than what it seems to be, more than what meets the eye. So I don't believe I have any of these coins. And it kept saying something about online and not being online. I mean, I don't know if that's a glitch or a bug, because I was online. I mean, you saw me go onto my friends list and you could clearly see I was online. So I have no idea about that. No idea at all. But, just keep the momentum going. It's blocked. I'll probably try shine my umbral lamp. Oh, not even. Maybe. See, that could have been maybe a spot I could have got through if I paid into Umbro. But I just don't think I thought about that. Oh. Yeah, it's just me looking about, seeing is there anything else I could have missed? Or I think I'm actually trying to find my way here, actually, to get to the next part. Actually, I think I'm a bit lost in knowing where exactly to go. Yeah, so me just going around. I think I'm trying to find I'm just trying to find routes for things that I just haven't explored before I continue with sort of the main quest, I believe. Either that or I'm just completely lost.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the art style that they've gone for. I think it's really interesting. I really like it. Like that big sort of hand, sort of statue sculpture thing there, and the red beam coming down, and the sort of rock formations and stuff like that. I think it looks really cool. It looks really good. So it's me just looking around, seeing, is there anything any kind of hidden pathways or anything like that. So I thought that was the enemy, but it isn't. NPC again, who's friendly, wants to give some advice. And
it's a harsh wind that blows in Mornstead, but a tree that doesn't bend breaks.
Just carry on with our business. Now I can see some enemies. I decided to be a bit cheeky and go, let's just play some range. Do you know what I mean? They don't know where I'm at. I can see them. They're the enemies. Smack. Right in the head. And then do it a couple of times. You press up on the D-pad, I believe, and then you get the ranged mode. Just thought, yeah, I'll throw some spears or lances at them. Take these two out. Again, smashing crates. I'm not finding anything in these boxes, but you never know. You never know. Look, that one came by surprise. Yeah, I mean, some of the detail in this looks really good. You know, some of this detail, like quite a lot of it actually looks really good. There's me just testing out the sort of particle spark effect things when the metal of the weapon collides with the rock. You see that little spark there? I'm just testing that out. That's just me geeking out, really. Saying, oh, I wonder what that would look like. Have they thought about that? Yeah. Oh, see? Something. And that was probably a surprise attack as well. And whoops, you go on. But yeah, that was probably a surprise attack as well. Probably stayed there long enough. And then I'm trying to figure out how do I kick someone off. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm practicing it. That's exactly what's going through the thought process there. I'm going to pick up that soul and move forward. Yeah, I really do like the art style. I think, and the graphics as well. I think they've really done well on that, and the exploration with the unique mechanics. I mean, the combat is tight as well. Don't get me wrong. Combat's good. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's all coming well. I mean, I don't know why they've received the sort of mixed kind of reviews and the sort of harsh reviews that this game has. I think as a Souls-like, it definitely holds up for sure. I think it's just that many people did want Elden Ring 2 or Elden Ring DLC, and I think that's where the bias comes in, and they're just thinking, oh well, we didn't get, you know, our Christmas present, so because we didn't get our Christmas present, our exact Christmas present, we're just going to berate or sort of judge harshly on this, and I don't think that's fair, because this is its own, well, it's a completely separate developer from Software, and they're bringing out their own spin on what Souls games are. It doesn't, it's not going to be an Elden Ring. It's not going to be a Dark Souls. It's going to be somewhat inspired by that, heavily, yes. But this is their own game, so, you know, but mainly it's been about the performance issues, which I haven't suffered, luckily, on PS5. I've heard on PC there's been multiple kind of performance stuff, but at the same time, Hexworks CI Games did bring out a day one patch, and I've heard if anything, most of those issues have been resolved. So I'm hoping that's the case, but I haven't experienced anything myself. I've had no technical errors that I can think of, no game crashes. That I can think of, even bugs or glitches, to be honest. And if there was, it would be very minor glitch or bug, because I haven't noticed it whatsoever. I don't think you guys have even picked it up yet. So yeah, I think people are judging it a bit too harshly. I mean, of course, I wouldn't say, yeah, it's at the standard of you know, polish that Elden Ring has. No, I wouldn't say that, but it's a very, I'd say it's a very good attempt and inspiration on Dark Souls, and I think they've delivered a fun, unique mechanics, and, you know, good combat with a lot of variety in terms of the way you play and stuff. So, you know, shouts out to them, CI Games Hexworks. They've come back from being fallen in their previous game. There, me just siphoning the energy of those. I think that allows me to use some of the Umbral mechanics a bit more. So that one, I think I have to transition into Umbral. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, I did. And this is a remembrance of what happened to this cleric by the hallowed sentinels. And he's there begging, you know, on his feet as a, yeah, they call him a pilgrim.
I have dedicated my life to the teachings of Judge Cleric. My faith in her and
And
her
he's just
divine
saying how
works is
devoted he is and
boundless.
blah 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 blah.
For our immaculate lady's light
So this is how
will
you
bear
get some
the
of
truth
the lore
and in
basically, and
radiance
you know,
there
you can
is
connect together the
judgment.
story. They will allow you to get through the umbral lamp. So when you see this, or even when it comes to a boss fight, always remember to extract your soul out of it. So pardon me. So you get the
Most blessed
story and get the background of
Judge
what's
Cleric,
going on. You can
my
connect the
soul
dots.
soars
It's
to
their way
see
of
our gentle
storytelling, which is unique as well.
pilgrim.
You know.
And on your feet, you are on sacred ground. And we are yet to see whether you are deserving of that honor. I assure you, I have dedicated my life to the teachings of Judge Cleric. My faith in her and her divine works is boundless. Pray it is. For our immaculate lady's light will lay bare the truth, and in radiance.
I think you've got to give Hexworks and CI Games credit for being bold as well, taking their unique spin on a very popular series that has been cemented, you know, throughout the years, the Soul series, and putting their own spin on it and doing something different, and coming back from where they came from. I think you have to respect that. You know, I'm not saying you're exactly going to dig it, but I think you have to respect the you know, the guts, the determination, and the vision that they have. I think that's commendable. Like I don't think you can knock that. I mean, anybody who knocks that, I just think they're being harsh, to be honest. Whether you like it, whether you like the execution, on the other hand, is a different story. But for what they've come from and what they've, you know, achieved and what they've put out, you have to give them, you know, 2 thumbs up. You know, whether you want to put 2 thumbs up for the execution or not is a different story. And it's not easy. It's not easy to make a comeback. It's not easy to put yourself out there. You know, as I'm sure we all know, in different ways. Anyway, moving forward. I'm just doing my upgrades. You know, I've been pumping up vitality. I think it's important in Souls games, with, you know, the heavy punishment that you sustain for mistakes. And then I've been spreading out to strength and endurance as well. So those are the 3 things I want to work on, you know, pumping up the health, you know, so for any incoming damage, I can just, you know, carry on and not be having a glass sort of character. Well, that's mainly why I had the endurance up. I wanted to get endurance up, and but the endurance affects physical attributes, but it also affects the stamina and weight, and it should make you not a glass character, you know, class character as well. It's in one that's easy to shatter, easy to just one hit and gone. And then obviously strength, the attack damage that I do, because you want to be doing good enough attack damage. You don't want to be doing, you know, nothing. It's not worth it. You want to be doing. So I've paused here. I'm probably like maybe looking at text or something like that. I mean, I'm not too sure why I've stopped here. Not really too sure why. Not sure though. Not sure why. But I've stopped. Yeah. I'm not sure why though. I think I must have been reading something or doing something. Anyway, move on forward. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, and by the way, for those who didn't see the previous parts, that bit that I came up to where I upgraded my character and you can rest and replenish health and replenish your healing items, stamina, stuff like that. That part is a vestige and it's a checkpoint in this game. It's a checkpoint in this game. It's called Vestiges. I think I'm just checking my battery there. So when I enter a boss fight, I had to trim down the boss fight because when I did the polls, about 3 people voted for gameplay that around 20-30 minutes. And this boss, as much as I don't like to admit, took me much longer than 20-30 minutes. It took me about maybe an hour or something. I don't know why. I don't think it was that difficult. Basically, there's a gimmick where, as you can see there, it transitioned into Umbro, and then and that triggered off an explosion. And then to your right to the bottom right there, inside that whole bit, there is a soul linked to this boss, Scourged Sister Delyth. And you can't, she's invulnerable while she's attached to that spirit. So you destroy that first, and then she's vulnerable to physical damage and magic and stuff. I don't know, she might be vulnerable to magic, but I'm not using magic. There you go, I got the big parry. And by the way, I'm using the axe now from the spear. I found the axe way more effective, had a lot more attack power going on, and I thought, yeah, just, whack some with that hammer, with the axe, take off that health, and it's quite fun. Means I have to be more up close though, because it's a close range weapon. So I lose the range. But essentially she has these sort of delayed attacks, and now she's transitioned into phase 2 so quickly because I've taken off so much more damage and I've worked out what to do. So she has these 2 or 3 swings and these sort of delayed attacks, and she's got sort of whip from, and then she has these tornado attacks that come at you, and if they smack into a pillar, which are smartly come behind, really cowardly, I say smartly, then that will just explode. So I'm just watching out for the delays and hitting when I can, and quite a lot of number of delayed attacks and combos that she will do. But there's learning the attack patterns and just taking the time. I think once you've figured out the gimmick that you need to get rid of that soul there, which funnily enough has these explosions around it, so me just transitioning into Umbro just caused the explosions. Looks like Umbro, transitioning to Umbro causes like a feedback, like a pushback as well, and then that's what's that was interesting. I mean, I still haven't healed yet. I still have 4 sanguinate kills. I'll heal now, and then look at that. Look how much health is gone now. Something there. So now I've got 2. But yeah, she whacks. She takes off a lot of damage. Of course she whacks. Yeah, she takes off a lot of damage. But I mean, if you're blocking or you've got your parries on point, I mean, parries didn't really work that. I mean, one parry worked, but not many parries worked in this, to be honest. I think you can pretty much just dodge and just keep hitting it quite easily. I'm surprised it took as long as it did, but it did. It took much longer, took quite a bit longer than I thought. But I think, unlike the first boss, you've actually got a whole area. You've got quite a wide area when you're fighting Pieta. Where with this boss, you don't have much area with Scourged Sister Delyth. You barely have anything. Pieta, she Blessed Renewal has a lot more. Pieta of She Blessed Renewal has a lot more space. This is quite confined. So maybe adapting to that and adapting to delay attacks as well most of the time, I think, was a bit challenging. So there you go, I used the Umbro lamp just to bring out the spirit there, throw her off a bit, to make her stumble. Taking a hit and then got one back. There you go. Sinner judged. So that was the second boss, second actual boss, if you wanna see. Like I was saying, that spirit there would have been attached to bombs, and that would have made her invulnerable to damage, or at least the physical damage anyway. So now I'm just trying to siphon out the energy and stuff like that. I think it helps with the number of uses you can use for the Umbro lamp, I believe. I'm not too sure about that. So yeah, that's the second boss. Like I said, I had to cut it down because it would have gone into an hour and something. I looked at the voting polls I've been setting out. Please keep voting on those polls so I know what game content and what you'd like to see in terms of what games. Like I said, there's Spider-Man 2 that will be getting tomorrow. There's Tekken 8 beta that I'll have access to. I've already downloaded. I just need for it to be ready. I'll be definitely uploading some footage of Tekken 8. And with Spider-Man 2, well, we'll see how the voting polls go, but definitely Tekken 8. Tekken 8, I think definitely, because it's over the weekend as well. Spider-Man 2, I could just put out maybe the weekend after, the couple of days after, because it's from 20th of October to 23rd of October. So it runs from tomorrow, Friday, to Monday, next week Monday. So we got, we got all the way from Friday up to Monday to play some Tekken, watch some Tekken 8 beta, for me to play it, for me to upload some footage. I'll most likely be playing with my friends, so it doesn't matter anywhere. I could be playing with friends or random. It's just, or randoms. It's for you to watch it and enjoy. If you're into fighting games, I'm sure everybody doesn't mind. Some good Tekken, good ass Tekken. I'm sure people don't mind that. I'll probably get my ass kicked by a lot of my friends because I'm not an expert at Tekken at all. But I'll play, and it's looking great, and I do want to get better at it. But I've always just been more of I think in my heart, I've always been more of a single player action RPG kind of guy, or a single action game guy, whether it's God of War games or Souls games or Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden or, Horizon, just... That's been more my thing, but I have had fun with Street Fighter 6 this year. Anyway, back to Lords of the Fallen and back to what is coming up to the end of the video. So I hope you've enjoyed this boss fight. I hope you've enjoyed the level throughout. Like I said, unfortunately I had to trim it down because it would have just gone way over 30 minutes, and from the voting polls, you guys want me to provide more gameplay within the 20-30 minutes range, so that's what I tried to do. Keep posted I will probably pause Lords of the Fallen for now, and since Tekken 8 beta is out, I'll probably be posting a lot more Tekken footage over the weekend, and then we can continue Lords of the Fallen or Spider-Man 2. Please keep voting. The more votes I can see, the more I can see which content. We've got a couple 1 votes that have come in. I would like to see more, because then that tells me, okay, overall this is what you guys value, this is what you want to see. I'm all about providing you guys the game content that makes you happy and you want to see. They're kicked off the ledge. That's just great. I think it's L1 plus R1 to do that at the same time, just boot them off. I like that. So yeah, thanks for watching PGI, Pieta's Gaming Info. Please keep checking out the gaming content that I provide. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I hope you're keeping warm, stuff like that. And please keep voting on those polls as well, so I know which gaming content you want me to provide. Like I said, Tekken 8 beta coming up. I'll definitely be uploading footage of that over the weekend and playing that, so that's going to be great. And yeah, guys, take care of yourselves, and hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye.